said he'd come on to the extras. Get huge with one day like that. What does that mean I can? What did she just say? Well, my friends was a little weak, but I'm pretty sure she said she loves you. Go talk to her, no go honey. Congratulations on getting another treasure movie. The plot of the movie is unpretentious, but it touches the heart. If life at this time makes you feel helpless, you might as well watch this movie in peace. Maybe you can learn from it. Gain the energy and courage to continue to strive. From stranger to hunter, it may only take a brave initiative. I will never forget it for the rest of my life. When the two were sitting together on the grass eating ice cream, I can't forget the tension of the first kiss. And throbbing, I can't forget the joy of my daughter's birth. Work is tiring, but when I saw the picture of my wife putting her daughter to sleep, healed. But the good times don't last long. The daughter suddenly fell seriously ill. Everything changed after my daughter died. How does Annie thank guests without saying a word? The gap between the two is getting deeper and deeper. After coming home drunk again, Annie left completely, losing daughters and lovers one after another. Suffer. So after crying again and again, he suddenly heard a spring of thought, decided to write a novel about love and peace to heal the pain inside. As emotional words are typed out one by one, the original air-conditioned filled again little by little. When the entire novel was written 2 weeks later, his whole being was saved. Clay hurriedly brought the novel to Annie. Look at the romance that has been experienced. The wife was also moved. He decided to go back, but he stepped into the arms of his lover, but left the leather bag containing the novel on the train. I thought the two were reconciled as when before. When I got back, I found that the novel was gone. Clay is in a hurry. I don't listen to any explanations from my wife at all. You are not the only one who lost her. Watching Clay frantically searching for a novel at the station. Secret love is very uncomfortable. It turned out to be in his heart. I am not as important as a novel. He was utterly disappointed in him. Goodbye after many years. I thought their story would end like this, but one morning, 50 years later, that battered leather bag, finally a man discovered and bought it. He doesn't know at this moment the contents of this shabby leather bag. Not only can he completely rewrite his decadent life, it also allows the story of Clay and Annie to continue. At night, he stumbled across a hidden compartment in his purse. Hidden inside is a mysterious document. After reading it carefully, I was surprised to find a manuscript from 50 years ago. As a struggling writer, the man was instantly fascinated by the story and the manuscript. To the second sentence, and then I just couldn't stop. Compared to my own writing skills, the text of the author of this manuscript is purer and longer, some beautiful and unexpected words. It always goes to the bottom of his heart. Rory likes to create, but mediocre qualifications. It's hard to write a novel, let alone wealth creation. Sometimes even rely on the father to survive. Although he was poor, but his girlfriend Dora never gave up on him. It's just an adult responsibility. Rory had to find a job she didn't like. The burden of work made him even less inspired. I can't even read what I write. In times of despair, he accidentally saw the black leather bag, thick manuscript. At this glance, it completely that long-standing love story showed the joys and sorrows to the fullest, make him feel as if he is there. After reading it, I can't relax for a long time. This is a level he will never achieve in his entire life. From this day forward, Rory had a terrible idea. When Lee and G fought against evil, even had a fight with Dora. I look at my life. I look at your life. I look at his life. I look at my father's life. I look at everybody's life. And I don't have a fucking clue. Anybody winds up where they do. I don't know. You don't have to know. I don't know. It's okay. You don't have to know. There's so much time, Rory. I'm talking about my fucking life here. What about your life is not right? Nothing's right. Rory said with a trembling voice. He didn't want Dora to suffer with him. I want to lead him to a better life. But he knew that his ability was not up to it at all. I feel like a piece of crap. When I went back, I looked at the back of Dora,
Rory
silently washing dishes
from behind.
This scene is very similar to the old Clay and
it's
Annie.
ironic.
After a sincere apology, the evil in Rory finally triumphed over
decided
reason.
to keep the novel for himself.
Not a single punctuation mark has been changed.
Even if it's a typo.
He is worried that the author has
When
another
you see
business.
the fingerprints on the manuscript,
He touches carefully, as if wanting to do it this way. A curious connection with the author of the day. It will be his happiness for the rest of his life. All in this book. In an unexpected masterpiece. Selfish vanity. Greed looks down on the mind little by little. And the next day, girlfriend accidentally sees a novel on the computer.
in a mess.
Rory wanted to explain, and looking at his wife with admiration and encouragement, I chose to hide. Yes. They're so different from anything you've ever done before. It's as if you stopped hiding. They're fuller that they're true or they're more honest. There are parts of you in this novel that I always knew were there,
but I have never seen before.
I know what parts. I hope you do. Encouraged by Dora's enthusiasm, Laura Bean soon ensured the publishing
Never
house.
looked his boss in the eye.
This time completely conquered by his talent.
The novel comes home full
But
of
in the
struggles.
end, I obediently
Once the
signed
novel
the
was
contract.
published, it became a hit
Laurie
on the
became
internet.
famous overnight.
I
even got interviewed on television. All kinds of awards or even more.
The Window
Soft. Tears has introduced us to one of the most exciting and sensitive young writers to appear on the literary horizon
in a very long time.
We are privileged to have with us here tonight the winner of this year's American Fellowship of Arts and Letters Award is to Rory Jansen. But while he was enjoying all the fame and wealth, an unattractive old man suddenly stared at him. Novelists stand in the park
An
looking
old
for
man with a
inspiration
cane
suddenly came to his
Ask a
side. Novelist what it's like to get rich
The novelist
overnight.
said
Calmly that he didn't care about wealth. It is their own talent that can be appreciated. The old man began to promote and tease. The novelist laughed.
He was also happy to sign the old man's
The
name.
old man wanted him to write a story for himself.
The novelist declined at night.
But just as he was about to get up and
The old
leave,
man said something that made him tremble.
about a man who wrote a book
And then lost it, and the piss-end kid who found it.
You still here? Laurie looked back at the old
Then
man
sit
in
by your
surprise,
side.
because he firmly guessed this is the real author of the novel. Ray is all kinds and not noisy. He said it in a bland way. Own creative process. From the hardships of joining the army, the heartbeat when I met Annie, then to the later love-hate blend, the final disintegration with a little memory, a constant flash or sadness on an old face, or melancholy and other complex expressions. Next, with the sound of vicissitudes of life, Laurie seemed to have traveled through time and space. This regretful love firsthand. Delay said that after a complete separation
He
from
never
the
wrote
case, anything satisfactory again. That's when he realized. It turns out that words need emotional support. There's no love or emotion. The work loses its soul. Later, he settled down in a small town in the north. I planned to spend my life hastily, unexpectedly, by chance. I saw it in the bookstore today. The most popular novel. After discovering that it was his own overnight work and found Laurie. The elderly Clay has long been completely indifferent to fame
just
and
wanted
fortune.
to get Rory.
Get to know the story thoroughly. In case anyone asks for details
Laurie
in the future,
can
explain to the world in his
Looking
place.
at
Clay's old back, Laurie was very upset. A conscience that was drowned by fame and fortune was awakened again. Struggling again and again, he came to Dora. Why you love me? Dora was at a loss when asked, but he still answered Laurie's reason seriously. But he helplessly said he was a liar. Then, he told the whole process for a while. It was there, and I think I wanted so badly for it to have come from me. And then the look. The way you looked at me when you thought it was mine. And for a moment, I actually convinced myself that I wrote it. Did you believe that? And so on and so forth. Rose suddenly hung up on Dora. He felt that Dora knew him so well. You should know how many tales he weighs. Instead of exposing him, encourage him to submit. What do you mean I believed you, Roy? No, you were. I know I believed you. I fucking believed you. Dora left with a broken heart. Sometimes, to really see someone clearly is a cruel thing. Those unbearable, false, and even stinky completely subvert your perception. It's like drinking a bowl of fragrant and delicious mouse droppings in the porridge. That aversion and determination can't express it in words at all. And then Laurie came to the publishing
Confessed
house
to plagiarism.
But the boss said,
What to do now
it's not about destroying your career for your conscience.
You should make more money out of it.
Then give the profit to
To
the old
completely
man.
seal his mouth.
But don't screw yourself for the rest
For
of your
one
life.
stupid mistake.
And don't you fuck me. Laurie had no choice but to take the initiative to
But
find
when
Clay.
he tried to give Clay money,
He has been indifferent, but he
You
is
put
angry.
that back in your pocket.
I'll take you out back and kick the shit out of here.
This is not a payoff,
This is
no.
all I can get out
But
right
it's all
now.
yours.
I'm gonna take my name off the
I'm
book.
gonna tell everybody.
The truth. And even more of a fool. And I thought you were. What is it all this about then? What is it about? It's about my life. About my wife. About my child. About the joy and the pain gave birth to those words. What he lay wants, no one in the world can give. This novel is his pinnacle. It's a lifelong pain. He said he had met Anne again when he was young, just as he was about to say hello, only to find that Aaron has a new family. Some people are like shooting stars in the fleeting weather, across the sea in an instant. Brilliant years of ignorance. The eyes that met. Accidental smile. It is the softest wind in spring, twisted a heartstring, but quietly separated in the clouds and rain of fate. Those words that dare not reveal your feelings. Drenched in the amber of the years, it has become a regret that I can't let go of in my life. Once some people miss it. A missing moment, elongated into eternal fragments, year after year, only in the endless temple, mindful of what if, but time will never return to that fork in the road. For the rest of your life. Alone in that grand and hasty mist, he hated himself for writing a novel and lost the most beloved woman. This is a regret he will never forget. Laurie shouted in shock. He remembered the quarrel with Dora yesterday. I feel guilty. More respect for Clay, sir. I do love your book. And soon after Clay died of this disease, Laurie came to the grave with his manuscript. It's full of complexity and thrown in. He went to Dora to apologize, but soon made up. And he finally let go of what he used to be. Last, a famous writer in a much-anticipated auditorium read his masterpiece to book fans. The hero in the novel is named Laurie. His Laurie grew from a poor and cool little writer of overnight fame after finding a leather bag. As a result, he has achieved great success in the history of literature in New York, with thousands of admirers, and young female fans come to throw their arms around. He was mired in fame and fortune. Tell yourself, I'm okay. Is it really good? Yesterday was the hero of his book. Or is it him? Once he stole the fruits of someone else's labor. Make a lot of money. The so-called guilt and self-blame. But it quickly dissipated after the old man died. To that wonderful story. For fame and fortune, a third-party perspective. It brought it to life again. If necessary, I think he will continue to use a fourth perspective, like a dark, fetid bloodsucker, completely drain the novel of all its value. He often quibbles. Stories and reality are parallel lines. Even if they meet again, they will never meet again. Consoling myself anyway. Can't hide the real fear deep inside, because he betrayed his heart. Betrayed the old man. Betrayed love. Only so empty. The big house and the luggage that is never open. Although he has countless young and beautiful women, there has never been anyone try to get into his heart. He was originally a kind-hearted young man who finally achieved the dream of a writer. He has changed beyond recognition. Become the person you hate. Everything that writing does, it destroys everything. All that's left is endless hypocrisy and loneliness. The old man was also destroyed by mosquitoes. He merged the endless emotions inside into a life story. First novel, he completed his salvation with his own words. The consequences of redemption. But it was lost by the most beloved woman first. Then he was thoroughly defiled by a shadowy thief. In the depths of seemingly open-minded eyes, I think there must be a hidden one. The ultimate helplessness and sadness. Did he really forgive Laurie? What if you don't forgive? He just doesn't want to fight anymore. The meaning of life is running out. He just wants to walk the last way in peace. The whole film impresses me the most. It was actually Laurie who saw the old man's work. He insisted on the literary creation he was proud of in front of Japan's 50-year-old novel. It's useless. Too many times in our lives we feel the same way. I always thought I was moving towards my dream. But suddenly one day, when you find yourself unable to achieve your goals at all, that sense of collapse, that frustration, a kind of stupidity for oneself, it feels so sad. It's unbearable. But most people are not as lucky as Laurie, more like an old man. Lost something you can't get back. Life has changed since then. But we are still alive. You can't change that appearance. Line forward timeline. No matter what happens next. As the old man finally said himself, you can't just do the right thing forever. Things are things. After you do something, to know right from wrong. And some things, no matter how hard you try, to sacrifice yourself, will never be able to move towards the trajectory they envision. I love words, too. I once wanted to be a novelist without knowing the sky. But then I desperately found love. Efforts are worthless in the face of true talent, so I settle for the next best thing. Into the world of film and television commentary. To use my own words. Write down your unique feelings about movies. Communicate with you. I also want to share my former creative desire, expressed in another form. Glad to have everyone's company and I have gained a lot along the way. Words can create anything. It can destroy everything when you try your best. When you can't reach a certain height, perhaps giving up is the best way forward. Rely on shortcuts to steal the fruits and lives of others. It may indeed bring temporary wealth, but the original free-spirited heart, although it will be completely mostly unable to move forward, just because I have too many things on my back. Maybe look back and see that it was nothing. Although my heart still twitches a few times. But it's better than leaving everything behind and living alone. Here is a wild movie. Like the attention, thank you.